This big streamer has been permabanned in the past and somehow been able to cover it up, and we're going to show all of that today. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at Gorgo Knight. This is somebody who is a top 10 ranked player in Warzone, and I have reason to believe that he's had a permanent ban in the past, and the truth is about to come out. So hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and let's crack on with the video. So some of you guys will know Gorgo Knight and who he is, right? 164,000 followers on Twitch, right? He's a top 10 ranked player on Warzone. This is his YouTube channel with 30,000 subscribers, right? As you can tell here, I am not subscribed. Why? Because I don't support cheaters. Now, I've actually called this guy out multiple times in the past, and you know, he goes on Twitter and does his whole trolling thing, right? That's what he does. Gorgo Knight had issues where he got permabanned. He decided to go public and start talking about how his name was reported for being offensive. So this is the image that Goro Knight decided to share on Twitter, right? Your account name violates our code of conduct, which has resulted in your account name being set to a default name. Username offensive, that's the reason why. So this is what he claimed happened when he went from using the name Knight to Gorgo Knight. He claimed it was due to it being offensive. Now, for those of you who understand how COD Tracker works, right? You understand that when you go onto COD Tracker, if you've changed your Activision ID, the old one does not exist anymore. Honestly, if you have changed your Activision ID and try and search for the old one, it will no longer be searchable. It will come up like error 404. Okay, this is proven. This has happened multiple times. Supreme CBD have been a massive help for me. Not only have they got the fantastic drops which help with restless nights, they help with muscle aches, and they definitely help with my day-to-day focus. However, they've got a whole new range now of mushrooms. So the Lion's Mane Focus mushrooms absolutely bang, which helps with me getting up and getting that boost of energy first thing in the morning. So use code BBB40 at checkout for 40% off at Supreme CBD. The link's down below. Now, let's get back into the video. So with all that being said, we've actually got this here, Knight hashtag 5166562, right? We're on the resurgence tab at the moment, but it's let us search it. This is the one that he claimed had a violation against its name for offensiveness, right? And he had to change his Activision ID. Wins 5,936, 15,572 matches played. Battle Royale, 787 wins, 7,425 matches played, right? So this is Knight hashtag 5166562. Now, I've got something that's going to prove that this is his account. So this image here shows the Knight account that we've just been looking at on COD Tracker, hashtag 5166562. 63 kills, 0 captures, all that damage, right? And you can see who he's playing alongside as Zenon, Casualty, Llama, 2 God, right? So these are the people on his team. That's his account, and more proof for that as well. So this image here is from Ghost Knight, which is Gorgo Knight, and that's from his own Twitter account where he shared images. And as you can see here, this image here is the one that we've just shown you with his Activision ID on. So that's proof that it's been shared to his Twitter account. So that's his account. Okay, so he come out with a whole video stating that he was, you know, with this offensive name thing, and he had to change his name, and he was like, okay, my name is now Gorgo Knight. So with that being said, when you change your name in a game, it changes your Activision ID. But that brings us to this here, Gorgo Knight hashtag 4711099. And you can tell it is 15,500 odd matches played with 5,936 wins and so on. Unfortunately, COD Tracker's pretty much, you know, hit a dead end, so we can't see any of the match history anymore. However, something that you used to be able to do on COD Tracker was, if their name had been changed, at the time of changing it, any previous games before that would still show the old Activision ID. We can't check that anymore. If he was to have changed his name, this account here would not be searchable anymore, only this one. This is the one he's using currently, and this is the one he said he changed due to it being offensive. This would not be searchable if it got changed to this, which means that they are two separate accounts, which means that when he stopped using this and started using the Gorgo Knight account, this account was separate completely, and I genuinely believe this means Gorgo Knight has been permanently banned. This is somebody who, if you go onto his YouTube channel and scroll through his videos, somewhere in there is a video about how he was banned. Where can we find this? Getting banned on Warzone 2, right? What account are you on here? So even when he's here, he's on a user 262037767. I can guarantee that will not be searchable anymore. That will be what he's now changed this account into. The fact is, this is Goro Knight, who has claimed that he changed this account into this account. The proof is right here that they are two separate accounts. Well and truly, two separate accounts. Goro Knight completely and utterly manipulated his community into believing that it was just because of the offensive chat situation, but he's actually had a permaban and switched to a completely different account. And by the looks of it, by the looks of like the overview and the stats here, he's actually ended up having like the stats crossover, slight differences, right? And by having the stats crossover, I mean paid somebody for an aged account, and there are programs out there that allow stat manipulation on accounts. We've proven it time and time again in videos, so it looks like that's what's happened. He's either bought an aged account and it's just got similar stats, or he's had one where they've manipulated the stats to actually get to this point, but they are two separate accounts. So what really truly happened to Goro Knight on that original Knight #5166562 account? So there we have it, guys. Goro Knight, two separate accounts, claiming them both to be the same account with a name change due to being an offensive name originally. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and if you did enjoy today's video, smash that thumbs up, subscribe and turn on notifications if you're new to the channel, and make sure if you want to contact me, you hit me up on Twitter at BadBoy Beaman. Until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace!